Hello my dear students, Namaste. Once again welcome back to eSamveda classes. Today in class 7 mathematics we are dealing with data handling, the second session out of the 3 sessions of this chapter. Let us have a quick look at what we had studied in the previous session. In the previous session we covered meaning of data, need and purpose of data handling, collection, recording and organizing data, measures of central tendency, namely mean, median and mode. We just introduced them and we discussed in detail about arithmetic mean and its simple applications. Today we will be studying about the other 2 measures of central tendency, namely the mode and the median. Along with that, the another measure called range of the data. Let me discuss about your favorite things. You are wondering why I am showing the t-shirts or the dresses? Quite often we will use the same dress for most of the occasions because we love them. We love the fitting, we love the color and we frequently use the dresses. Correct? I am sure you are also doing that. Coming to the stationery item, the pens, the particular brand of pen, because it gives you the best handwriting. You will not compromise with that. You are very interested in using a particular pen very often. You must be also thinking, why Sachin Tendulkar here? If not Sachin Tendulkar, even you also use the same bat if you are playing cricket for many occasions because it would be your favorite bat. You ask a cricketer who has hit most centuries, he will maintain the same bat because he loves to use it. When we visit hotel, the first thing most kids will be ordering will be what? I want masala dosa. Your parent will be asking, why masala dosa all the time? You love them relishing it most often or most frequently. When you visit an ice cream shop, of course, chocolate ice cream is your most favorite, right? In spite of having many variety of flavors, most kids love either ordering butterscotch, very often will be chocolate or it will be strawberry. When it comes to movies, how many of you have seen Harry Potter? Oh, I know you will be telling, sir, I have watched it 10 to 12 times. Why that repetition? Because you love that movie. Your favorite heroine or hero movies you'll be watching again and again, again and again. What is common in all this? The common thing is repetition. Be it your dress, your pen, your bat, eatable thing, whether it's a masala dosa or ice cream or the entertainment, everything repeat most often. Even in mathematics, there is one branch, that is statistics, which deals with the repeated set of data. That is called mode. If you go to a bakery, you will be seeing many pastries. You ask the baker which is the most selling product there, he will tell the Black Forest or it can be Triple Queen, many other flavors he will tell it will be sold quite often. If you visit a cloth shop, he will tell that the size which most often which is sold is either medium or XL. In terms of number, the shirt can be a 42 size or 40 size, but not 46 or 32 quite often. When they replenish the stock also, they will observe the most selling product will be replenished in more in number. Of course, if at all you see the cars also, which is a particular brand which will be sold and which particular model is sold, also you can find out by visiting a car selling shop. You can also visit an electronic shop and ask which is the most popular brand. You'll be surprised that one particular TV will be sold quite sometimes because people prefer that most. You will come to know which sport will be played more because you will come to know which is the sports item which will be sold quite often. Now, if you see the situation, you will understand. In a stationery shop, following number of pens were sold in a particular month. The shopkeeper has to replenish the stock for the next month. Do you think it is wise to find the mean value of pens to replenish the stock? Think. If you want, the data is on your right side. The ballpoint pens were sold 1,300, gel pens were 850, fountain pens 700, glitter pens very less 130, sketch pens 400 and marker pens are 220. Let us check. Now if you recall, arithmetic mean is sum of all the observations divided by total number of observations. The total number of pens that were sold and divided by the number of types of pens that were sold. If we add up all the scores, we get 3,600 pens which were sold divided by 6 different kinds of pens that were sold. If we divide, we get 600. What does this indicate? Do you mean that a shopkeeper has to stock 600 pens of each kind for the next month? Of course you will tell no. Why? This indicates that shopkeeper has to stock 600 pens of each kind. It is not really a wise decision, right? And you also know that because ballpoint pens are more in demand and it is sold nearly 1,300, but glitter pens were sold only 130. What will the shopkeeper do keeping the stock of 600 glitter pens when he can make more profit by selling more ballpoint pens? Don't you agree, children? I'm sure you will. Now, you also came to know that the modal value here is 1,300. Why? He repeatedly sold 1,300 times ballpoint pens over the other pens. And the modal value is 1,300. And the mode is ballpoint pens. Correct. Now, mode is the value or a score that appears most frequently or most often in a data set. If each of the values in a data set are occurring one time or equal number of times, then all are mode. Sometimes we also say that the data has no mode since none of them is occurring very frequently. In a data set, a value can occur more than once or many times. In such a case, the data set will have 2 or more modes. The data set is then described as bimodal or multimodal. Bimodal means there are 2 modes in a given data set, and multimodal means there can be more than 2 modes in a given data distribution. Children, we are all familiar with school shoes. It is distributed in schools along with uniforms. Before distributing, shoe distributor requested to collect the size of shoes for the students in class 7. The findings were in the manner shown below. Can you find the size of the shoes worn by maximum number of students? Are you finding it difficult to count? Then take this organized tabular column. You can see shoe size 4, there are 5 students. Shoe size 5, there are 8 students. With 6, there are 10 students. With 7, there are only 7. And the least is with shoe size 8 with 2 students. Which do you think is the most repeated shoe size? Yes, it is shoe size 6, which is the modal size. What will the shoe distributor get the idea here? If at all he has to take the shoe stock, he has to take more number of shoe sizes with 6 more in number than any other shoes size. Now, let us take another situation. You all love playing with the dice. I know you are all playing even at home nowadays. The scores obtained in 20 throws of a die are given below. You need to prepare a frequency distribution table for the above scores and also find the modal score. You may be wondering what is frequency. Again, for your benefit, frequency is nothing but the score which often repeats. Here is the table for you. Number 1 repeated thrice, number 2 5 times, number 3 thrice, number 4 4 times, number 5 2 times, and number 6 3 times. Which one do you think is the modal score? Are you guessing? Yes, your guess is right. Here, most frequently occurring number on the dice is 2, and the modal score is 2 as well. Now, let us take another situation. The height of 50 plants in a garden is given below in a tabular form. You are supposed to find the modal height of the plants. Here it is mentioned as the plants with height 10 centimeters, there are 13. With 25 centimeters, there are 15. With 30 centimeters, 12. Plants with height 40, there are 8. And with 45 centimeters, there are only 2. So the modal plant height is 25 centimeters. Why? That has the maximum number of plants. Now, here is the list of players who have double centuries in their name. You can read them. Sir Donald Bradman from Australia, Kumara Sangakkara from Sri Lanka, Brian Lara from West Indies, Wally Hammond from England, Virat Kohli from India, and Mahela Jayawardene from Sri Lanka. Can you identify the modal score? You may be thinking it is 7. No, it is 12 from Sir Donald Bradman. You want to see who is that? You know who is on the right side. Of course, it is Sachin Tendulkar. Along with him, Sir Donald Bradman from Australia. So what we can conclude here, the mode of this distribution is Sir Donald Bradman. Now, here is another situation wherein the height in kg of 15 students of a class are given below. We are supposed to find the modal weight of the student. First, let us arrange them in the increasing order. It would be easy for us to figure out the most repeated score. When we arrange them in the increasing order, we infer from this, we can say that both 38 and 43 are the modal weight. So, this can be considered as an example for bimodal data distribution. Now, children, we will have one more situation which is already in your textbook, and I would like to discuss that for you. Consider a group of 17 students with the following height in centimeters: 106, 110, 123, 125, 117, and so on. Your teacher wants to divide the class into 2 groups so that each group has equal number of students. One group has students with height lesser than a particular height, and the other group has students with height greater than the particular height. How can she do this? Now, let us see the various options he or she has. First of all, he or she can find the mean. When we add all the observations that are there, we get mean to be 113.5. Do you think the teacher divides the class into 2 groups using this mean as the reference? So, if the teacher divides the students into 2 groups on the basis of this mean height, such that one group has students of height less than the mean height and the other group has the students with height more than the mean height, then the groups would be of unequal size. They would have 7 and 10 members respectively. The second option for the teacher is to find the most repeated value or the mode of the distribution. The observation with highest frequency is 115. There are 7 children below the mode and 10 children at the mode and above the mode. Therefore, we cannot divide the group into 2 equal parts in both the options what teacher has looked for. So, we have to look for an alternative. Let us see another situation in assessing the students, how teachers may also find it difficult sometimes, and they will come up with one or the other idea to divide the class into groups and teach them in different ways to achieve their objectives and goals and make students happy in learning. Now, let us consider this situation in which the following scores are marks secured by 9 students in an examination out of 100 marks. Each student has scored 50 marks. You are thinking, how is it possible to have 50 marks, all of them? Of course, it is an ideal situation, just to make you understand. When all of them score 50 marks, do you know what is the mode? Of course, it is the most repeated frequency, and that is 50 itself. And what about mean? So 50 has repeated 9 times, So instead of adding 59 times, it is a repeated addition is nothing but multiplication. When it is divided by 9 students, we get 50 as the mean. Here if you observe, both mean and mode are 50 itself, but this will not give any information to the teacher to teach the students. We consider here also there are 9 students and the scores are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. Now let us find the mean for this. When we add all these scores, we get again the mean to be 50. This is a no mode situation, or each and every score is a mode, because every score has appeared only once. Here you can observe that the data has distributed very evenly. To the left side of the mean value, that is 50, there are 4 numbers, that is 10 to 40, and towards the right of 50 there are 4 numbers, that is from 60 to 90. This can be divided into 2 groups with the mean value being in one of the groups. But this is a very ideal situation where it is evenly increasing. Now we will see the third situation. The students here have scored 16, 28, 28, 20, 35, 31, 95, 97 and 100. You will observe that the mean again when we add up, it will be again 450 divided by 9 and it is again 50, but the mode here is 28. If at all this data is taken to the principal and say the average of the class is 50, the principal may think that each student in the class is capable of scoring 50 marks and maximum have scored 28. How is this possible? If you observe the scores, 6 observations out of 9 scores are below the mean score. Therefore, the mean may be misleading. This type of data where maximum number of observations are on one side are called skewed data. So here most of the scores are below or lesser than the mean score, that is 50. Now we cannot divide here the students into 2 equal groups. Then it is a similar situation as the teacher who faced the difficulty in dividing the class into 2 groups by taking the mean into consideration. Now one more situation in the similar case, we have again 9 students. Again if you take the mean, 50 as the mean, but the mode if you observe, there are 3 students who have scored 90. That means there are 3 students who could score 90 upon 100, and there is also a student who has scored 96 which is not featured in the representative values. But if you also observe, there are 4 students who are below the mean value, and also if you observe, scores above and greater than the mean score 50 are 5 in number. So now we can divide the groups equally. If you think, again we are wrong. So what is the alternative method? Then we have to go for another measure of central tendency called median. Median refers to the value which lies in the middle of the data when arranged in increasing or decreasing order, with half of the observations above the middle value and half of the observations below the middle value. In simple words, median is the middlemost value of a given distribution of data. Now let us find out the steps in finding the median of the data distribution. A flow chart for you to do that. To find median of n scores or observations, first we need to arrange all n scores in increasing or decreasing order. I repeat, first we need to arrange all n scores in increasing or decreasing order. If there are odd number of scores, then the median is the middlemost score of the data. If there are even number of scores, then median is the mean of middle 2 scores. Following scores are the marks secured by 17 students in an examination out of 100 marks. First, as we have discussed this in the steps, arrange the scores or marks in increasing order. You can also do this by decreasing order as well. The increasing order is 28, 42, 45, 54 and so on. Now, identify the middlemost score. To do that, what we can do? The red color shows the left side of the middlemost score, and the numbers in the blue color shows the score which are on the right side of the middlemost score, and the middlemost score is 70. How did I come to know, you may be thinking? There are 17 scores, 8 on the left side of 70 and 8 on the right side of 70. So the middlemost value will be the 9th value. Here you may be thinking, is there any formula to do that? Yes, the formula will be n is 17. If you add 1 to that, it becomes 18. So 17 plus 1 will be 18 divided by 2. Why 2? We are making into 2 equal halves. Therefore, it will be 9th observation, which is the middlemost value among these 17 observations. So the middlemost score or the median is 70. Now, the marks obtained by 21 students in a class test are given below. The data is tabulated. Find the median of the marks obtained by the students. Now, you may be thinking how to do this. So, first we need to arrange the scores in ascending order. When we do that, 6 has repeated 5 times. You know why? Number of students represents the frequency, the repeated score. The number of scores are 21, which is odd. As discussed earlier, we will add 1 to 21, it will be 22, that is 21 plus 1. Therefore, the middlemost term, median, is found by adding 1 to 21 and dividing that by 2 to get the 11th term. Now, we have to identify the 11th term in the sequence. Here, the 11th term is the red color, what you are observing, that is 7, so that the teacher can divide the students into 2 equal groups. I know you are all interested in basketball. Now, let us discuss a situation that arises in basketball. The height in centimeters of 12 players of a basketball team are as follows: 160, 158, 158, 159 and so on. We are supposed to find the median height of this team. Now, for that we have already discussed that we are supposed to arrange them either in ascending order or descending order. I have done that in ascending order for you. The number of scores is 12, which is even, and how do we find the median for this? The median is the mean of the 6th and the 7th score. You may observe the 6th and the 7th score in this sequence or the order is 161 and 162. The mean of these two scores is 161 plus 162 divided by 2, which you will get as 161.5 centimeters. Children, you should observe here and understand that the median here is not one of the score in the list of numbers or the height that has been mentioned. Median need not be one of the scores in the list of data. You all have seen the weather report on newspapers, on your mobile and also on news. What will be you looking for? Mainly you will be given the information about the maximum and minimum temperature in a given city. Also, when we are watching the news hour, we see that there are situations where they show the maximum and minimum temperature for the cities. You can get the data here and also try recording these data for a week and observe, is there any pattern in this particular data? You may be wondering, why are they giving the maximum and minimum temperature? They want to check the maximum and minimum value because the in between values are not so important, and they want to know how the temperature is spread along the day. You will get the information about the maximum rainfall received in a particular place and the minimum rainfall received in a particular year in that place itself, or also across the state. Now, this maximum and minimum values are required in order to get the information about another measure called as range. Range is easy and good way to get a basic understanding of the spread of numbers in the data set. The difference between the highest and the lowest observation gives us an idea of the spread of observations. This can be found by subtracting the lowest observation from the highest observation. The range of a data set gives an indication of the maximum variation in the scores or observations in a data set. So we will get to know the spread of numbers, how the variation of each number from the measure of central tendency is varying. Moreover, it is easy to calculate as it requires a basic arithmetic operation, subtraction. The formula to find range is highest score minus lowest score. Remember children, it is the difference between highest and lowest observation. Therefore, range will never be negative. Now the question arises, why range is required? Range can also be used to estimate another measure of spread called standard deviation and other statistical measures which you will be learning in your higher classes. The height of 10 girls were measured in centimeters and the results are as follows. What is the height of the tallest girl? Of course, you can identify easily. The height of the tallest girl is 150 centimeters. What is the height of the shortest girl? Yes, it is 129 centimeters. Yes, it is 129 centimeter. The height of the shortest girl is 129 centimeter. What is the range of the data? As we discussed, range is the difference between the highest score and the lowest score. 150 centimeters minus 129 centimeters, we get 21 centimeters. Now, I have a question for you. An amusement park is designing a new section for children over 3 years to 8 years. As a part of their research, they used a survey of height and weight of 1,000 children of that age group. Which measure of data is used to accommodate greatest number of children on a roller coaster or that new section which has been introduced? You're right. In order to attract more customers, they should accommodate as many as children. Don't you think so? So which measure should they consider? This reason they should use range which includes height of the children from the shortest to tallest. If they use age as a criteria, they will not get many children in this. Children, here is a summary for you about mean, median, mode as well as range, the measures of central tendency. For finding mean, add all the scores and divide the sum by total number of scores. You also know that mean value gets affected by the extreme values or the outliers. Mode is the value or score that appears most frequently or most often in a data set. For each of the values in a data set are occurring one time or equal number of times, then all are mode, or this situation may be considered as no mode. A value can occur more than once or many times, then dataset will have 2 or more modes. This is called bimodal or multimodal distribution. For median, we should arrange the scores or numbers in increasing or decreasing order. If there are odd number of terms in the data, then the middlemost number is the median. On the other hand, if there are even number of terms, then add the 2 terms and divide them by 2. Finally, to find range, arrange the numbers in increasing order or decreasing order. Find the difference between the highest and the lowest score by subtracting. Children, now it's time to question you. Quiz time. Say true or false. Very simple. Mode is always one of the numbers in the data set. It is true. Mode is always a number in the data set. Mean may or may not be a number in the data set. That is also true. Median is always one of the numbers in the data set. It is false, and it is true if and only if there are odd number of terms in the data set. Median is the only representative value which does not get affected by extreme values or outliers. False. Mode is also robust against outliers. Homework for you. Please, all of you, do work it out. Find the median of the data set. Find the median of the data set shown below. Second, find the mean, median, mode and range of the following data set. Also compare them. Find the range of heights of any 10 members of your family and friends. My dear children, I hope you all have understood the concept of the measures of central tendency, mean, median and mode, as well as the range of the data. Till we meet again, Namaste.